So at the beginning of Chapter 2, you're picking up right where Chapter 1 left off. Maya has just gone through an emotional loss of her boyfriend, has just been stabbed in the stomach, and is dealing with an overwhelm of feelings and emotions. And very quickly, you start seeing her rise to the challenge of becoming a survivalist and having to choose between her humanity and what makes her herself and survival. And you kind of get to watch that in real time in movie 2 to get to where we need to get to for movie 3. I had 2 weeks before we started shooting, so I didn't have any practice. I just had to jump in. But honestly, I think maybe that was preferred. Shooting 3 films at once, honestly, because I was on a TV show for so long, it was like boot camp for things like this, so I'm very thankful that I got to do Riverdale. It was like, Charles always said that was like his Juilliard, and I really feel that. And it was nice shooting 3 films at once because that meant that there was enough like stake and excitement and want for the franchise to continue. It's really unusual for an actor to know they're going to get 3 films in one go. So I'm thankful because I keep having releases every year. It's great. I got so extremely lucky with this cast. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, the people who embody Scarecrow, Pinup, and Dollface are so unique, and they brought their own personality to it. Especially with a mask on, I can't even imagine how difficult that must have been. They were so dedicated and so in character. They kept the tension even between scenes and between takes. Froy's brilliant. I got so lucky with Froy. I couldn't be more blessed. Chapter 2 is a stranger's film you have absolutely never seen in your entire life. It is my lone survivor film, and it's different because you've just never seen it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a stranger's film you've never, ever, ever seen, and I can promise you that.
And it is.
Well, I'm a really big spooky season fan. Even if I wasn't in this movie, I would be first person in the theater for this film. It's scary, it's fun, it still feels like a popcorn film, but it's really, really terrifying. It's a really scary movie, and you're really immersed in the world. We spent so much time on sound design. It's gonna scare you in all aspects, visually, audio, physically, so that's probably why I would say they should go.
I still haven't actually seen the movie yet, so I don't know. I'm going in a little bit blind, but I did read the script, and I just think like, just this harrowing journey that's like almost a maze, like the setting really becomes a prominent character, you know? I mean, Madelaine is brilliant. She's an incredible scream queen, an incredible talent. Not only that, but she was a producer on all 3 films, and so she was like helping us make sure we made our days and helping us with the marketing and just like really pushing everything out there. So I really respect her a lot, and she's a great leader. Oh my gosh! I mean, why wouldn't he be the perfect director? He's an action legend, and he knows exactly how to like maintain that tension, and he knows how to construct a really interesting shot. Like in Strangers Chapter 1, the floorboard scene where it was like starting from the crawl space and going up into the house, like that was a whole set that they built, and yeah, he's just excellent. I love him.
And I know you said you had scratched Chapter 2.
I think this one is really thrilling. Like I think there's a lot. If I'm remembering everything correctly, I'm pretty sure it's really intense and kind of unexpected. Like a lot of stuff that you wouldn't really anticipate. I mean, listen, that's the magic of cinema, is that we get to kind of share in it together, and especially with horror, where it's like, you know, you don't know how the audience is going to react. If they laugh at a part that makes them uncomfortable, if everybody screams at the same time, and just to have that kind of like community feel is really important.
The fact that I heard Rennie Harlin's going to be involved with it, and he's going to take it in this direction, that he's expanding this world, but it's in a different way, exploring not only the whys, or just why not, but also just deeper into the universe, and maybe even getting a glimpse underneath the masks. You know, that's what was interesting. Well, so, okay, I cannot give too much away because my character is sort of a thread inside the franchise. You're gonna see him pop up at some point. I don't want to say anything else. I can't give it away, guys. Just watch it. Watch this one, watch the third one. Once you see the whole thing, you have to see all 3. And then you'll kind of go, oh, and that's all I can say. Oh, that's all. Chapter 1 was all about why not? You know, why are people doing this? Why not? There doesn't have to be a reason. Chapter 2 is exploring maybe, again, what a little crack in the mask of the doll face and all the other characters, and perhaps looking into this whole town, this whole world, where were the seeds of that? So we're actually looking under the sort of carpet, under the mask, under all the creepy little things, the creepy floorboards a little bit. So it's peeking behind that. You should go check out Chapter 2, because if you love the first one, if you love where it's going, Chapter 2 is going to throw you in a completely different direction. It's like a roller coaster. You have to go through the whole ride to experience it and see if you come out the other end.
Oh, I mean, have you seen the first one? It's wonderful. Like, one of the creepiest horror films ever made, and so simple and compelling. Yeah, it's very easy to say yes to something like this. I will say that she's a dependable girl. You can always count on Shelley to know the waitress schedule, which foods we ran out of, who has a dairy allergy. I think Madelaine in particular, there's so much intensity behind her eyes, and especially in this movie, she starts fighting back. You know, she's not an easy victim, and yeah, I think that's what makes her really interesting to watch in the second installment. He's very relaxed, which I think when we were trying to get everything in 10 weeks, that can sometimes creep into set and creep into performance, and I never feel stressed when you're on a Rennie Harlin set. You feel like you have all the time in the world. It's more cat and mouse this time. One is kind of an ambush, I feel like, and a real struggle, and this one is more, yeah, there's more push and pull between victim and pursuers. Something fresh, you know. I mean, I think anyone who's a fan of the first film and this, you know, the second one that was made, will be excited to see, you know, another like addition to the canon, you know, because this is where we really veer away from the standard home invasion.
I mean, I was very honored to like be reading first, because I was like, this is this movie that I've watched, you know, back in 2008, and I was like, this is a cult movie. So that drew me, and then I read the scripts. It was great, and I was very excited to be a part of it, honestly. Yeah. Madelaine carries the movie, obviously, it's incredible. Then the whole strangers like do their thing very well as well. So, you know, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, like, you have moments that are challenging when you're filming at night, long nights. You're in Slovakia, in the middle of nowhere, but like it's a great time, and you know, when you love doing movies, that's incredible, and especially having a director like this guy makes it even better. So, I mean, not only is he a horror specialist and, you know, big budget movie specialist, you know, I mean, you name it, Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And he's just like so nice to work with, in the sense of like, he doesn't come at you with like, you have to do this way. You come in with your idea. He might buy it, he might not, he might want to change something, and that's just a pleasure, you know. That there's so much more to the story than the original one. I mean, like, obviously the original movie is great. I think the first chapter did a very good job of transmitting that idea, but it went on to so much. And, you know, I think something that could interest audiences would be like, where did the strangers come from? Why do they do what they do? You know, I think that's something that I would, as an audience member, look forward to.
To be honest with you, it's a huge franchise that I think people have liked for a really long time, just because it is so personal to people. I think that scare factor of someone being in your house that you don't know is something that everyone lives with day to day. And so making a huge franchise off of that, I think, is the smartest idea ever. And it never gets not scary. No. I love the fact that, especially with the second movie, you're really going to see that things take some twists and turns off of the original. And my character definitely helps along the way and really carries the story through. And kind of, I think, adds the element of mystery of trying to figure out, you know, who these people are and what they really want, what their intentions are, you know. I mean, I think in general, Madelaine is fantastic for the lead, kind of carrying us all the way through all three films. I think she's done a fantastic job about keeping the mystery alive and the discovery, and even when we were filming it, we filmed it for 3 months, like so long back, but she did such a great job of keeping the through line, and I think they really hired actors that were going to take on these roles and give it a new life, and I think that's what fans are really looking for. So.
I think horror is having such a moment right now, and it's so exciting. And so the Strangers franchise has such a wonderful following, so I'm very grateful to be part of it. I think it's so funny because the cast is so kind and so lovely, and so you would never expect them to have this sort of element of like fear that they can elicit. And so I think that's really great about this cast, is that you can kind of see them switch very quickly. He is an artist. He like truly, it felt like he said we're like doing a dance whenever we're doing a take, and I really agree with that. To be scared. I think that's why people love horror, is that fear is universal, and I think you're gonna get that here.